Now, what is Dutch think about this Cena turning this turn business? As we say, Cena is the bad guy.
The big news of the week, or the past 2 weeks, no more teeing up from me. John Cena turns bad guy. The first time he's been a bad guy since like 2004. You watched it, you saw it executed. We'll get to Travis Scott later, that's going to be an entirely different segment. But just from business point of view, creative point of view, 2 weeks ago you said John Cena versus Cody Rhodes does not excite me in the slightest. Now that John Cena's a bad guy, how do you feel about it?
Well, the way they did it, that's the beauty of wrestling. You can shape it and mold it however you want it to be. And The Rock did a good job. I don't know how much he put it together, but the team around him, that was a well-produced, well-executed turn of events. And of course, my source for that is watching the fans in the crowd, and they're like this, no, because they could see it coming. No. And what wasn't lost on me was the little things, because of Cena's face was hugging him, and all of a sudden it went from the smile to dead serious. And you don't see John Cena make that face often, but
Yeah, that was
you
something.
knew. They just telegraphed it that you knew something was coming.
I kind of hate that the way I saw it, because scrolling through the IG, and it just popped up. Cena kicked this man right in the tool bag, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" I'm thinking it was some fan made or some AI, whatever they call that crap. And I went and looked it up for myself, and I was like, "Well, I'll be damned." I would have been, that's the only thing I have. I would have been more surprised if I seen it. So, because like you see it after the fact, it's like, nah, this didn't happen, and you got to go double check. What the hell? You can't believe it.
And then The Rock, he did the
That was something.
the throat deal, and then he pushed him back and low kicked him and down, and then
He
they
fell on the ground.
literally beat the living crap
Who they beat him
out
bad?
of Cody Rhodes.
They beat him. They beat
And
the
when
hell
I
out
see
of him.
something like this happen, it doesn't. You usually expect to see a bunch of good guys run out of the dressing room and help him out.
The help. What was the
He
help?
must be the most hated guy in that dressing room
Yeah.
because nobody came.
Nobody
Maybe
ran out
except
there.
a few referees.
Where's
and
the
that
help?
was it. But they really beat the crap on him, and we'll get to the Travis Scott part of it.
Well, they people
in
hate
a
Travis
little
Scott
bit.
now. I don't even
But
know him that well.
a very well done angle, and
that's the other thing. I cut the man off. The Travis Scott thing. They want his damn head. Because I know. Even years ago, before this, people didn't like a lot of wrestlers didn't like celebrities in wrestling. Even going back to Mr. T and WrestleMania and all that, it's like they didn't like celebrities in wrestling, or movie stars or action star, whatever you call them. But Mr. T, even though he wasn't a wrestler, he looked like he could be a wrestler, because T was built back then. He was mean, so looked like he could have been a wrestler, even though I know he wasn't, but still.
that was the least thing. And why I didn't think of John Cena doing a big turn, because, well, I wouldn't have thought he would have wanted to, because they played the issue with Cena retiring for so long. Remember,
Retirement tour.
He did a WrestleMania match. This is his last. Remember, they plugged it as his last WrestleMania, and Austin Theory beat him, I think. And now you said, okay, he's on his way out. It's nothing's really going to excite me about it, and that's why I didn't think it would happen.
I forgot about that.
So, and the fans didn't think it would happen, but it did. Now that match has a lot of steam.
And where is that guy now?
To WrestleMania.
Where is he at now?
And I don't know what's going to happen, but we still got 5 weeks, I think, before WrestleMania. But I think it's going to be. This is what I like about WWE now. They put a lot of thought before they write it down on paper. There's a.
Oh, come on now.
There's a lot of thought and there's a lot of opinions floating around that creative room, and when they have the official meetings, and even, you know, when two of the writers are just talking, you know, they're getting ideas, and there is a thing you can overload yourself on ideas, but if The Rock is not hearing all of them at the same time, you know, and he's got his own ideas too. So I think this WrestleMania is better than the last two they've done. I think, in my opinion, for what it's worth. What is it worth? What is it worth?
It's worth
$10? Okay.
I'd pay you $10 for your opinion.
Okay.
In fact, how many fans out there might pay $10 for Dutch's opinion?
Yeah.
We can monetize this.
Then I send it. I send it to them in code. Then you got to take this and to learn the code is another $10.
Just
so
like
you
a
learn the
Sudoku
code.
puzzle.
Then you say, "That's not right." Okay, continue.
It's basically what you've described as how Bitcoin works. Anyway, or some with them suck.
He's talking about WrestleMania. The last 3 WrestleManias I got. So as you see, you can tell it's been a while. 26, 27, and 28. Yeah. I think 29 was the rematch. The rematch with John and Cena. So see this guy here, Rock and Cena. And he just had to get it back, I tell you. Couldn't help himself. So I'm trying to think what was the last match with the Taker. Because he wrestled a couple more after the Lesnar loss. So I'm trying to think. But anyway, I think there was the Bray Wyatt and Punk, but I think that was that after? I think Wyatt was the next year, I think. Because he had cut his hair before. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, those last 3 WrestleManias, I ain't seen after that since, because I ain't seen 29 either, I don't think. Did I? I can't remember. I remember I know Magnus saw it. He went to it live. He said it was a horrible trip. I remember he talked about that. His traveling bags tore up on him and everything. So in the soaking rain and everything. He said it was hell that day. But yeah, but I don't remember. I know 28. I think it was the last one. But still.
Points, I guess. Right. I wanted to ask you this for your theory on this. My theory is that this, like last year, I'm sure you remember, is Cody Rhodes is going to be the main event, and then Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is on the board, and then all of a sudden, in real life, he tries to interject himself into the main event, and it was going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns, even though it made no sense because Cody Rhodes has won the Royal Rumble. Or was that 2 years ago? Whenever it was. The point is that this all seemed very, very rushed, and it doesn't seem to me like it was the grand sort of storyline going into WrestleMania at all. Because Rock only turned up 2 weeks ago. And then, I mean, he did for the first Raw on Netflix, where he basically erased both of his important storylines, and it just seemed like he was in full-on corporate mode, you know, talking about how great Netflix was. But then 2 weeks ago...
That's the beauty of Rock, because when he shows up, things happen. He moves it along. No need to stretch it out because he's back. Let's do it. Let's get it done.
But net.
And
Well, that's
He
the entire
did.
point. That's the entire point, though. I mean,
But Netflix, Netflix is hell. Because I've been sleeping on Netflix. Only thing I watched it for was Cobra Kai. Then every time you turn around, I see up on the top screen thing, they're always adding stuff. Whether it's old shows or new shows, they're adding stuff. So Netflix is like they're there. Cause I know Hulu's the other one, but you don't hardly hear about that. You hear more about Netflix than anything. So because they're always adding stuff, movies, shows, everything.
I mean, did he just turn up one day, say, right, you've got me for 4 weeks or 2 months or whatever, let's do this? And do you think it's The Rock that's just upending the creative, or do you think there's more planning behind the scenes than we figure?
No, there's a lot of planning behind the scenes. But The Rock is still directing that. Even now, okay, where is he going after WrestleMania?
I think he's signed on for another film.
Probably
So
back
he
to
might
Hollywood.
not be around.
Wait a minute. Well, is he going to run a wrestling company, or is he going to be in the movie companies? He going to be in the movie business?
Well, do you know what? That's another theory, is that he took the job on the WWE board because he had so many, like, flops in a row wrestling, you know, like from Black Adam and Red Notice and stuff like that, that he decided to then go back to wrestling where he knew he would be a surefire hit. And then...
Black Adam, I can't say it's garbage. I've never seen it, but I want to see
Why
it.
he came back to wrestling in the first place. A couple of
Well,
years ago. Well, last year.
But I'm sure that, let's say he goes and does this movie, but he's on the phone every day to the leader of the creative team. They're talking every day, and especially about the big PLEs they got coming up. He's got to be clued in on this and clued in on that, and so. But the WWE, their business right now is red hot, and they were.
Damn.
Big Tropic Bowl fan, are we? Lucky you, Acai just got an upgraded tropical smoothie cafe. 2 words, Nutella drizzle. Trust me, that hazelnut berry combo.
And there was a period about 2 years ago, I said, there's nothing hot except Roman Reigns. He was the only thing they had that had any bit of steam on them at all. And they were working, they were trying to work, but now if you think about their lineup, I mean, they got a lot of guys they could actually go to. You got a lot of.
Yeah, there's Gunther and Jay and Roman Reigns and all different types of people, definitely. Let's talk about this then. Babyface versus babyface matches. You're a product of Memphis wrestling for the most part. Is what you're best known for, as well as Puerto Rico, I guess. But and WWE, I get a load of different places. But I mean, you'll know more than anyone that babyface versus babyface, even in 2025, it's never the same, is it? Unless you've just got very good versus very bad. I think that that timeless story.
Babyface versus babyface, no.
Going back to John Cena turning bad guy, what do you think his motivation is? Because originally, apparently, it was meant to be Cody Rhodes who was going to be The Rock's corporate champion. Now it's John Cena. And then I think I don't know if there was a fan theory that maybe CM Punk could have also been it as well, but maybe he wasn't considered. But what's John Cena's motivation with this then?
Well, in the fans' mind, I would guess that he's getting close to retirement. He wants to break the record. Who's he tied with? Right
They say Ric Flair. But
oh crap!
But Ric Flair's
Yeah,
at 23.
Yeah.
They don't count them though, unfortunately.
But I think
So they
now
say,
he's
"Oh, he got the record."
He is getting close to the end. Everybody
Cena's
knows
got the
that.
record.
So he wants to be the champion one more time. He has the motivation. And him going straight in against Cody, most of the people would think, I don't know. I mean, even if you're fans of John, you said he's got a chance, but I don't know. They're really, really, in the back of your mind, you don't really understand the business. Hell, guys in the business don't really understand the business and where it can go.
Wow.
But people, the fans are thinking, I don't know. He's close to the end. They can't go really far with him. He basically is too old. But now, with The Rock, and what does he call himself? The what?
The final boss.
The final boss. Now with The Rock in his corner, now you can see that number 17 popping
Yeah,
up.
like where's Cody's help?
You can
'Cause
see how he could set the
Beat
record,
him bad.
be the habit for the 17th time. So now it puts a whole new slant on it, and I think that they can run that to the end of the year.
Up early recording.
John Cena's got to turn good guy again before the end of the year, though, for like a proper send off. Do you think? Because I thought now this is perfect. You've got the story arc with the Rock until maybe SummerSlam, and then you can have. Because I think he's only wrestling till the end of the year. I'm not even sure it's going to be next WrestleMania. So then you've got the redemption arc at the end of it as well. It's perfect.
Yeah, with The Rock being the final boss, he could just change rules on the spot because he has final say. And if he does that,
He's on the board. Yep.
Now he needs somebody to come in and combat him, and I don't know who would come in and combat him. Maybe Roman. And that's another big sellout period that they can go through, and they can make a couple of pay-per-views and do some really, really huge shows in the stadiums. I mean, they usually just go to a stadium for a pay-per-view, but I think with Cody and Cena and Rock versus Roman, I think they could just bypass the. You could go pay-per-view on it and not even just have it out. And it just pops up, and I think you do a tremendous payday on that. WWE is doing what we used to call in the wrestling business when a territory would get hot. They're printing money, and that's what they're doing now. I think they probably had. This is hotter than their Attitude Era, a lot hotter.
I don't know about all that now. I don't know about that. And they didn't even get to that Scott guy. But yeah, but it's people wanting to beat up now. But boy. If it was an accident, let him be. If it was on purpose, then that's different. But come on now. With this era, hotter than the Attitude Era, come on now. I don't know about that now. I don't know about that. 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 Because that's pushing it now. Because back then, even if Stone Cold didn't wrestle, you want to hear him talk. And if something crazy happened every week, if you miss wrestling, you'd be angry. Yeah. Or if you'd be tired, you fall asleep on it, you'll be angry. So you every week back then, every week you had the VCR, you had even if you had to record over something, you had the VHS tape ready.